Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
The Muppets Christmas Carol card game is another game in the Funko Christmas line. This time we get the Muppets! Yay! What you're going to have is a game. You're going to have two cards that are face up, one is face down, and you're trying to set collect within that. And you'll be able to, when the game starts out, you're going to have one possible action of draw a card and swap a card. But as the game progresses and the other ghosts kind of visit you, you're going to have other actions and options available to you to kind of mix things up and get the cards where you want them to be so you can score them. If you score enough points, you are the winner of the game. Now, the game does have the Muppet look to it. It has the Muppet characters on it, but I don't know that it has the Muppet flair to it. I don't know that humor, that uniqueness that the Muppets bring is not in this game. Now, the Christmas Carol itself, with the ghost visiting and bringing you extra actions and powers, I think that's very cute. I think that works fine in this game. Now, this isn't a game that will blow your socks off, but remember, it's in the Funko Christmas $8 game box. And this is one of our favorite ones. My kids really like this game. I wouldn't say they're Muppet fans. I think the Muppets are okay to them, but it isn't something that they clamor for. But even so, this game itself was a fun little exercise that we were able to play as a family. And it has enough luck in it, has enough randomness in it that anybody could win. The kids can beat the adults. You don't have to hold back at all. It was a fun little Christmas experience. So if you like the Muppets, I would recommend this. If you're looking for a nice little short Christmas game, this could be the one for you. Keep it for us. Here is Disney's The Muppet Christmas Carol. It's a small box Funko game, and it's called The Spirit of Giving. In it, you're going to get a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. As for components, you're going to get these presents. They kind of look kind of neat with little presents. The little tiles, they're not the thickest things in the world, but you don't really use them that much. It's going to have generic numbers on the other side. Then you're going to get these four here that are more like tiles, but they're kind of thin tiles, I suppose. And they have the different characters on there. I guess that kind of looks like Michael Caine, I guess, in some way. But these are the ghosts, and these will give you powers at the bottom. And then you're going to have the cards themselves that will sit in here. Not the thickest things in the world, but this is like an $8 game. So you can see just kind of stills almost. And the characters are going to come in different colors. The art does repeat, but that's good because you have to match these up. There's the wild one with everybody. Components are okay, but not too bad for the price range that this game finds itself in. Here is the rule book. You're going to open it up. You're going to have a picture of setup with all of the components listed there. Then you're going to prepare the decks that you're ready to play. It tells you how to win down here. And then an overview of the turn, which is just right here. And then you complete the sets. On the back, it's going to give you a detailed explanation of the story tiles and how the game ends. You'll probably need less than 5 minutes to read this. You can tell it's printed in full color and has some examples and pictures that will help you learn the game. After you read through it one time, you should not have any problems. I'm going to show you a little bit of a setup here of the presents, kind of shuffled up face down. You have Scrooge, past, present, and yet to come. Each player is going to get 3 cards. The middle one will be face down. The 2 outer ones will be face up. And you can have more people over here, but I can illustrate the game with just this setup. Underneath each of these will be a stack of cards. You'll evenly distribute these between the different ghosts, and then you're ready to play the game. When you're ready to start, Scrooge will come off. He'll be the only character available for you to choose. Draw the top card of the deck and replace any card. So this right here will become the deck that you're playing with. That was underneath Scrooge. And on your turn, you can only pick the Scrooge action. So you draw the top card of the deck. You can take a look at it, and then you can replace it with anybody else's card. This card would be discarded, and now this card would go up. So the next player would look at this. Look, I got this. I want to match that up. I'd look at what I have here, and I would discard this card out, and I could put it there. Now, at any point you're able to make a set, you will do so. So I have the Charles Dickens, and a wild. That's enough to give me a set. I can choose one of the presents, and now I score these points at the end of. If this player made a set on me, so player A made a set on player B must reveal, and then this player gets to choose 2 presents. He can keep whichever one he wants. Obviously, he's going to keep the 4, and he has to give the other one to the person making the set. They would discard their cards, and they would get 3 new cards that would come out. and you're ready to play. Now, sets can be 3 of the same character, so in this case, 3 Bob Cratchits, or it can be the color that's around it, 3 blue cards. Keeping in mind that there is a wild that represents any character and any color. As you go through this deck, once this deck has been used, you will need the next deck, and then the next ghost will become, you'll be using these cards to draw from, and then these ghosts will be available. This will happen for all of them, but let me give you this as an example. So now on my turn, instead of just choosing Scrooge, draw the top card of the deck and replace it, I can take the top card from the discard pile and replace any card. And then later on in the game, when this becomes available, I can swap any 2 cards anywhere on the board. And then finally, the ghost is yet to come. Point to any player's center card. They have to reveal it. And then you choose another story tiles. And then I couldn't choose this one again. I have to choose one of these for my actions of the turn. When there are no gifts left to gain, or the decks have all run out, then the game will end. You'll simply count up your points. In this case, this player has 6. This player has 4. The player with the most points is the winner of the game. Who should buy this game? This is for fans of the Muppets. If you like the Muppets, this is a really fun game. Now, it doesn't have that Muppet motif, that Muppet feel to it that you like, but the steals and the characters are there. If you're looking for a small box Christmas game, this one was actually pretty fun for us. It's light. Anybody can play it. It plays up to 4, and it plays rather quickly. Those are all going to be bonuses for this game, especially if you're just wanting a quick Christmas game. This one worked well for us, and it's a keeper.